Hello, my country people. Them, as my official today na Friday, the 3rd of July 2020, and I want to show you this tweet where it is on my screen right now. I will zoom in, make you see them properly when I read them with me. So that tweet, na Chris Anu, a tweet him just about an hour ago. It talks about it. It say only Dr. Samuel Sako, president of the interim government of the Facebook Republic of Ambazonia and the ACT team can talk for Ambazonia. Prisoners don't negotiate for free men, so all the gimmicks in Yaoundé are null and void. When I see him, now person this way, he call himself say he be journalist. He call himself say he be the so-called IT and communications guy for the so-called Republic of Ambazonia, but he don't even know how to spell the word null. Now 4-letter word, N-U-L-L. But he tweet this whole nonsense to Samuel Sako himself, to Representative Karen Bass of the United States Congress, and the Tibon Nagy, the Assistant Secretary of State for African Affairs, and also to a bunch of other people, including the BBC. And now see him on top of AyukTabe face. Chris Anu right for this in a 21st century scam. Remember, say Chris Anu na fake pastor. Gideon and Samson. Yes, na thief man for Maryland where they call this, they talk say na 21st century scam. But my country people, make I explain for now what exactly they talk about and why it be important. Maybe I explain for now. So, in the past 24 hours, we don't get reports where they come out from Yaoundé. When a countryman not to confirm or deny the reports, but I believe say there is some truth to the reports where it come out from Yaoundé say some Cameroon government officials they be get unofficial discussions with AyukTabe and other members them of the so-called Neraten and other Amber Fools the way they there for Kondengi prison for Yaoundé. So because of that, that news it don't go out there. Some Amber Fools they get them for diaspora with mixed, reactions them. So someone they think say na a good step, someone they think say na a bad step. But when I look at Chris Anu, the so-called communications guy for IG number 1, because IG they plenty. I go explain for now in the next few minutes why it be necessary for Sisiku AyukTabe for get or create his own second IG again. But maybe I just explain for now what did this one mean. So now they don't talk all along about Swiss negotiation, Swiss dialogue, Swiss cheese, Swiss chocolate, Swiss negotiated settlement, or all of that nonsense. They talk about Swiss. They always talk about negotiations. They beg Cameroon government for recognize them, for dialogue with them, for negotiate with them. But now the Cameroon government or some government officials, they don't make a step towards that negotiation. When I look at them, now who they can sabotage them? The same Ambazonians. Even me were there for you, I be against that so-called dialogue because I go explain for now why. And now the reason this, now one of the reasons this, when I be talk, maybe I show you now, when I think it's a joke, maybe I show you now, when I remember this article, where when I contribute me right time, where I talk say, dialogue with who? Maybe I show you now, properly. I think for Facebook, yeah, now in that, I zoom in when I read them fine. Because we post this article, now if you see on the 14th of April, our country people Facebook page, GDR Cameroon, where me I ask this question, say dialogue with who? And I put that picture for today. Dialogue with who? Now look am. Now in that. So one of the points the way I be trying to raise them or way I be articulate them, now say these guys the way they call themselves say Ambazonians, they not be ready for dialogue with any person because they be confused. They don't even know them, who be their leader, they don't know the way they want. If to say they be get the military might, because they take Chaka from Kradai Gun say they go fight for their independence. So why they no fight? So they go reach for Boya. Why did they beg for dialogue? Now because say they don't get the capability. They make a noise. Now why did the whole thing don't turn into terrorism? It don't backfire on them. Now they beg any person if you listen to them. I beg when I dialogue with we, I beg when I recognize we. Which is just now why do I call this thing say comedy revolution? Because you know go take Kradai gun, you send the most gullible, poorly educated youth into the forest, they behead their own family members them and their relatives, them mommy, papa, them picking them not to go for school and all of that. And then when I talk, so when I fight, now for the same people, the way when they inflict pains on. So my country people them, maybe I explain for now. A few months ago, when I be here on audio, actually become on video because Chris Ano be make these comments them on a Zoom call where it be recorded by so Amber. No, when I say me I be there for there as a spy. No, Chris Ano talks about it. It be been a public statement when make them because it be no say multiple people that listen to that call and they record them. Chris Ano talks say we have the yam and the knife. We have to neutralize Sisiku. Now, wait till I Chris Ano talk. And one of these days, I go bring the video and the audio, play and for now, and listen for ourselves. Chris Ano talks that they get for neutralize Sisiku. Me una understand say the neutralization, what it mean? No mean like a physical neutralization, say they could take that knife or they will use that knife for cut some person in the neck. No, it mean figuratively. It means say they get for gag Sisiku. It means that they get for make Sisiku and not get relevance. They get for make it be silent for Kondengi. But why Sako and Chris Ano they want for silent Sisiku? Now because say there be no say sooner or later or a possibility good day where they could try for resolve this Anglophone problem or the Ambazonia terrorism and they could need the leaders of the Ambazonians to stand up. They go can't negotiate now with them. So they be one for silent Sisiku so that, God forbid, that day where they one can dialogue with some person, they can't dialogue now with the caricatures of Chris Ano and the non-entities of Sako Ekome and the other idiots like the Nick Santos, where they talk about dialogue all the time. So we want to understand that dynamic. So when now Sisiku AyukTabe for Kondengi prison, it be realizing a game that way they play, they try to make it become redundant and useless and for silency and for make it literally where they be talk say for neutralize Sisiku. Now why that where it be prompt Sisiku AyukTabe for create your own IG, a second IG where it be dissolve Sako IG, it go create another IG where they call them now na Yerima side IG, the Kondengi IG. Me una understand that dynamic. Why it create that IG now? Because it no be one lose his voice. It no be one lose his relevance. It be still one make the know say now he be the leader of Amazonia. So that if the one can dialogue, they go dialogue now with Sisiku. So both of them now the two camps they fight now for relevance. Say if the one can dialogue, me they can dialogue now we win for prison. The other one they say no, me they must. Now why don't I see the right time today? So I mean Chris Ano no mincy words. He write and say only Sako Ekome. So if they want go dialogue, negotiation, or give Swiss cheese or Swiss chocolate or whatever, me they give them now only for Sako Ekome. Me wanna understand that one. And now why that when Sako Ekome it be write that letter, send them to Cameroon state authorities, and they beg for ministerial appointment so that it go cease fire for Amber Boys them. But now, maybe I tell you another dynamic. Why will me I be write this article? If una like when I go back for April, when I read that article again, it go explain for una. Say, first of all, Sako, he gang, he no control all the Amber Boys on the ground. And Yerima and Sisiku AyukTabe, they no control many boys them. And then you get Ayabacho, he controls some of the boys as well. Akwanga, is get on about 15 or 20 boys them where he control them. Where if he tell them, manipulate them, they go commit atrocity. So now who you could dialogue with and now who you could leave them out? That is the question. And now why that way I will write that article. And I've now see now evidence this I produce for now. I'm not showing the evidence again. Now say so-called Chris Ano that Gideon and Samson where he talk say now only Sako because he believes say they get the knife and the yam. He believes say they don't create the time where Sisi could be talk say me they dissolve their IG. They deny them for dissolve them like 2 cubes of sugar we deny for dissolve water. You get the joke. So Chris Ano is denying for dissolve the IG as per the order where their so-called president he give them. So now Sisiku it be forced because it no one made the neutralize it be forced to create his own IG. So now they get 2 government for the same Facebook country where it no get no territory, they don't control 1 square millimeter on the ground, but they get now how many president? President they plenty, IG they plenty. So when you understand some of the dynamics and some of the politicking where it go on behind the scenes. And as now Chris Anu, they hear and they don't probably confirm I'm saying that true, say Cameroon government, it don't open some kind of, it don't make some kind of step towards a dialogue or some kind of negotiation for ceasefire with Kondengi IG, then now they don't go now try for sabotage because they want now only them. May they recognize them. So that if the one talk says they will ceasefire, they go negotiate now with them. So that if the one talk says they want bring peace back for country, na Sarko come and they go appoint a minister for country. Sarko don't even write letter, they beg for a ministerial position. And maybe I tell una something my contributor. I don't talk this one before. Maybe I repeat them again for make it be clear for una. This one I just sign for sure when I say it is so. Ambazonia will never exist. Maybe I explain for una. Because in any dialogue and any negotiation where it don't ever happen, maybe I give an analogy. Man talk say you get one party for that corner where it talks that they want one and indivisible Cameroon without a change to the form of the state. And then you get on the other side, you get another party where it talks that they want a complete separation and secession for form a different country. So when they negotiate and the dialogue, both of those two parties, they must come together. They must meet in the middle. My country people them. And that middle point, now what that we call and say, wait, say compromise. Now negotiation that. Now what that way negotiation be all about? It be about making a compromise. What it means say, you go come out from your corner, you will lose a bit, you meet up for middle, but you gain a bit. And this person for the corner, it will also come out from the corner, it lose a bit, and meet up for middle, but you to gain a bit. So when we meet up for that middle, for Cameroon is situation, now wait, now federalism, or at least some kind of autonomy, where they go give autonomy, some level of autonomy for the Anglophone zone for control your own affairs. And now wait that way the special status it be all about. For give some level of autonomy to the Anglophone zone for recognize the historical differences between the two separate two systems of government, one country. So when I understand that one and I why that way, even AyukTabe, it don't talk. Say, make them make Manu. It's a Manu deserve for being a region within the framework of one Cameroon. So for Teuna, say, even that negotiation, even the dialogue, whether na Swiss dialogue or Swiss cheese or a Belgian chocolate or a Nigerian, or I don't care which kind dialogue or cheese or chocolate or negotiation or whatever, as long as those two, they dialogue and they negotiate, they go must meet up for middle, and that one, it go destroy Ambazonia totally because they go must compromise. Because if you know if you compromise at all, if one party it come right meet up you for middle and you know they for middle, it not go work. It means say you don't talk say you get the guns, you get the firepower for go all the way, go achieve where you want them. But do they have the manpower? Ambazonia, even right now, so as we talk, the Amber boys, they drop their guns every day they come for TTR Center. So Ambazonia no get nothing to bargain with in the first place. So they must meet up now for middle and they must compromise. And that negotiation, that dialogue, that compromise, it means say it with me, my country people. One and indivisible Cameroon, my country people them. My country people them. Today, on the 3rd of July 2020, when I share this video far and wide, my country people them. My country people them.